Thank you for checking out Ahead in the Game controllers. The following video will compare an Xbox 360 controller with Ahead in the Game's modified controller. As you see here, we have a standard Microsoft Xbox 360 controller. With Microsoft's controller, your right thumb is required for using A, B, X, Y, and the right thumbstick. This means one finger has 5 different buttons to operate. Although it may not seem like this will negatively affect your gameplay, it is proven that Microsoft's button layout isn't as effective as Ahead in the Game's design. When you think about the Xbox 360 controller's button layout, you can see how difficult the layout really is. Do you realize we use 4 fingers to operate the controller, even though there are 10 commonly used buttons? I'm not sure if you know this, but we all have 10 fingers, so why not use them? Not only are the Xbox 360 controllers hard to operate, but they truly lag your reaction time in games, since your right thumb uses 5 different buttons. This means you cannot simultaneously press these buttons, which leads to lag play. Picture this. You're playing Halo 2, for example. You have your thumb on the thumbstick, ready to fight, when all of a sudden you're in a melee battle. Now, when you go to melee your opponent, sadly you're just a few milliseconds too late, and you are killed. This is because when you wanted to deal the melee, you were forced to remove your thumb from the thumbstick in order to press the B button, clearly leading to delayed response time and lagged play. Overall, Microsoft's controller really could use some work. Now let us check out HD Controller's modified Xbox 360 controller. Our controller is very simple. Here it appears that we have the same basic Xbox 360 controller, but in fact this is a custom modded HG controller. So what's so special? HG controllers have been working hard developing button layouts to bring you an effective Xbox 360 controller. What we did is simple. We basically made use of an additional 4 fingers, meaning our controller uses 8 fingers instead of 4. We do this by adding 4 additional buttons to the backside of the controller, directly below where your middle and ring fingers lay. These buttons are smooth, small, and take virtually no time to become adjusted to. Go ahead and grab your own 360 controller and hold it normally. Just imagine buttons below your middle and ring fingers. These once useless fingers now become key parts in any gamer's arsenal. With HG's controller, our thumb never leaves the thumbstick, and A, B, X, and Y each have their own individual finger we use to operate. We use to operate all 5 functions with one thumb. What was Microsoft thinking? Clearly, our controller eliminates any button pressing delay, making it that much more effective. What's even better is that all the original buttons will still work as normal. You basically have a standard 360 controller with an additional 4 buttons. This means you can use the buttons on the backside whenever you please. Now that we understand HG Controller's button layout, let's apply it to other features. The 4 buttons placed on the backside of the controller can be programmed to any original button on the 360 controller. This means you do not have to have A, B, X, and Y on the back. But you could have the right trigger, A, Y, and the right button, or anything you want. It can be customized to fit any gamer's needs. So recapping, it is easiest to say that why not have a controller that has a finger designated for every function? It just does not make sense not to take advantage of all our assets as gamers. This controller's functions design is to lessen time delays between button functions and create a smoother gameplay. Thank you for checking out HDControllers.com.